mean, yeah, a little bit, you know.
Feel relief now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Feel.
This is fluid buildup. No, I want to show them. This is for fluid buildup, okay? You see? Because she was eating
Oh my God. See,
hot sauce.
This is my last live, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
What are you doing?
I'm doing it with the
what are you doing?
Friends. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse too, y'all. Don't worry.
She's a nurse too as well. Yeah.
She's a nurse. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just draining fluid from her stomach. Nothing
This
to see
is
here.
fluid buildup, guys. Okay. From all the hot sauce.
This is my last live, y'all. She keep talking about my hot sauce.
All the hot sauce, all of the onion powder, onion powder, and everything.
That's the end of the clip.
Alright, so we're gonna get right into the video. So this video, we're gonna talk about plastic surgery. We're gonna talk about why women get plastic surgery. This is my primer here. We're gonna talk about, should women get plastic surgery? So much. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Share our thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. And let me know what you think about this topic and my viewpoint on it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I feel like all of us women, we've thought about it. You know, getting a little work done. I just want to tweak this, tweak that. No, we've thought about it. I just want to tweak this. I just want to tweak that. Regardless, you know, of if I think I'm beautiful or not. It's some things I want to change. And that's all of us. We all have our insecurities. We all have things that we feel like we should work on or we could do better in. But does that result in us getting plastic surgery? That's the question. So I feel like maybe we should talk about why women get plastic surgery first before we go into the other stuff. So let's talk about that. Okay, so why do women get plastic surgery? So most of people say, like, you know, it's to fix something that you don't think is perfect about yourself, or seeking perfection. So that's like one of the first reasons. You're trying to change something about yourself. Another reason could be, you know, it's your line of work, whether you want to be Instagram famous or things of that nature. You're doing it for someone else. In other words, you're trying to fit society, what society deems beautiful, you know. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but we're gonna get into how I feel about that. But let's go down the list. Another reason why people may get plastic surgery, you know, it could just be, you know, insecurities on the inside, you know, and you feel like you looking a certain way is going to change how you feel in here, and it doesn't. It just makes you want to get more and get more and get more. You know, I'm not even going to go into that. That's going to be for the next topic. But yeah, you're a bit insecure and you think it's so much of your body that you need to fix. It could also be your man is making you feel insecure. If you're already in a relationship and you have plastic surgery or trying to get plastic surgery, your man can be making you feel insecure. Say, oh, you need to work out, things of that nature, manipulation tactics, stuff like that. Who knows? I don't know your life, you know. I don't know what you got going on in your relationship, but I've seen it, so it's not a shocker. Okay. So, and I can hear a woman now, you know, I'm getting it for me, you know, because I feel like I'll feel better, blah, blah, blah. But that's the same thing as what I just said. You're insecure about something. You know, if you weren't insecure about it, you wouldn't be paying thousands of dollars to get it fixed. You know, I can speak from knowledge because I thought several times about getting lip filler.
To this day,
I'm like, you know, just a little, you know, just a little pout, you know, a little keyhole pout. But we got to think of, you know, the consequences of getting these things. And we're going to get into that as well. Let's dig into, should we get plastic surgery? Okay. Should women get plastic surgery? If you deem it necessary. So in other words, you have exercised all your options. Keyword, exercise. If you've exercised all your options and that's like your last resort. So for those of us that are busty, you know what I mean? You know, we have a little bit more up top than most. And we feel like, oh, my back's hurting, things of that nature. You know, sometimes exercise is not going to fix that issue. Sometimes exercise is not going to minimize our bust size. Now, it did for me. And even now, I still, you know, would like a little bit less. But working out did minimize my bust. So, exercise is key with a lot of these things. I will say that exercise is key. I know sometimes you all say I don't have time, but I don't believe that. I made that excuse, but I was able to make time. If you can make time for talking on the phone with your friends, if you can make time for going out, drinking, partying, whatever your vice is, if you have a vice, if you can make time for that, for foolishness, you can make time to work out too. Get up earlier, go to bed a little bit later, figure it out. But you got time. Also, should we get plastic surgery? If you're not doing it for other people, if you genuinely can say that you're getting this plastic surgery for you and only you, not for Johnny to see you shake your tail at whatever club or lounge, you know what I mean? Not so you can get thousands, millions, whatever likes on Instagram or social media. If you're literally doing this for you, if you can say that, then have at it, you know. But as far as like me, when I wanted lip filler, still do. Can I say that it's just for me? No, because I feel like I'm beautiful. But I feel like I would like it, I would enjoy it, but can I say it would only be for me, or would it be for cuter pictures? You know, like I don't believe I can say that. So let's not lie to ourselves. Is it just for me? Is it really just for me? That brings me, this is like a little off topic, but that kind of brings me into the, when a woman be like, oh, I wear this for me. You know, I dress like this for me. No, you don't. No, you don't. You couldn't, you know, like, now granted, I'm a very conservative person, and hearing it, I do, like, I'll show a little leg, you know what I mean? Not too much cleavage. I rarely do too much cleavage. But like I said in past videos, like watch some of my lookbooks in past and all that, I've said, you're going to show something, show one thing. And a lot of times, like, I like fashion. So if I think that it's a look, it's a look, okay? But y'all being halfway naked, you're not doing that for you, because that couldn't be comfortable. It couldn't be comfortable. It could be comfortable. And if you're doing that for you, okay, but you should also know what comes with that. Let's not act brand new or act shocked that men are in your face, you know, or that they're being thirsty because you don't have on any clothes. They're men. Now, are we victim blaming or anything if something was to happen? No. Because he should have enough self-control to know that no means no. Period. But what doors are you opening with you being not dressed? Because you're not dressed. With you being not dressed and in public. That's all these people be trying to say. And y'all know what these people are talking about. You chose to be naked. You asked for all this unwanted attention. That's what y'all say, it's unwanted. But we ain't even going to go into that. That's for another video on another day. Let's keep it going. So yeah, just to answer that question, should we get plastic surgery? Sure. Sure. If you can answer those questions, I said honestly, and feel okay with yourself, yeah. And if you, and should you, last thing, and if you feel like you getting this is going to make you find a man, you know, you're just gonna find yourself a man or a husband long term because you did this, then you shouldn't get plastic surgery. I'm gonna insert this clip. I think it's like Poor Men's Podcast. I forget the name of it, but I'll have it inserted in here, where he talks about, you know, the short-term response of getting these, you know, Instagram famous bodies and stuff like that. What's trendy? You know what's trendy right now, because it wasn't this look wasn't always in. So I'm gonna insert this clip, probably here, or one of these squares while you all watch me start doing my makeup. Blah 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 blah. Let's go.
I'm not saying that men have the right to grab them or do anything like that, or to, you know, to harm them in any way. I'm just saying, when a man sees a woman who has this new sex body, it elicits a primal response in him where he now desires that woman primarily for short-term sex. That's what this man is feeling. But so many women who now are getting flooded with all this attention from these guys, they believe that these men want to marry them and take them seriously. And so because they believe it, all these women are now trying to get these bodies. But like I said, the body literally gives short-term responses from these men. And I know it sounds crude, but literally the short-term response is hump, dump, dip. Oh, I see the woman with the sex body. I want to have sex. Once we have sex, I ejaculate. Once I ejaculate, I dip. Guys don't want you. They want the body. Whoever has the body, that's who they want. They want to have sex with whoever has the body, not the person. So if you were to take your lips, give it to the next girl, take your breast, give it to the next girl, take your butt, give it to the next girl, the guys will want the next girl. They wouldn't want you. So it has nothing to do, the attention has nothing to do with guys desiring you for the long term. Nothing to do with it. It is simply a biological response to comic book sexual parts with your body. The body, her body is triggering something in you. But remember, guys, without character, it's a three-legged stool. Physical, emotional, spiritual. If that woman does not have character, if she's not a good quality person, you do not commit to her. So do not be confused with the boobs. Do not be confused with the booty. Do not be confused with the lips. Do not be confused by those things to think that you actually want to be with that woman, because without character, as I've said ad nauseum on this channel, you will live a miserable life. You will live with a liability that is constantly draining you. And instead of having peace, you will be living in chaos. So please, guys, I know that social media, Instagram, like when you see these girls, it
All right, so you also saw that clip, and you saw what he was saying, like, basically about the, what was it? Hump, dump, dip. I was like, that makes so much sense though, because it's like they see you and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, look at her, blah 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 blah, and it's flattering. Of course, it will be very flattering to women, like, oh, he finds me so attractive, blah blah blah, and it's an ego boost. Just like men get ego boosts, women get ego boosts too. But after the fact, you find men, like, you know, you're disposable. You're disposable because now you're a dime a dozen. You got so many women out here with BBLs, you know, it's crazy, but it's true. So, like I was saying, should we, when we're talking about should we, if you're getting it for a long-term husband, that's not going to be the case. You know what I mean? You have people in general that you just don't like to be around. Their personality, the things that they do, the things that they say, their attitude towards things. You know, you have different viewpoints. It's so much more that goes into like long-term relationships than just looks. You can't, just like they say, you can't buy happiness. That's a fact. And a BBL is not going to buy you a boo. You know, it might buy you a boo. Let me scratch that. It might buy you a boo, but it's not going to buy you a husband. If it buys you a husband, you might get a husband, but you're not going to get happiness. You know, you got to work on inside. You have to work on inside, and that's all it boils down to. So should you be the judge of that? Let's move it right along. It's a nice alternative, you know, for some certain things that may not be able to be achieved, but you have to think of the consequences. You know, the consequences of getting all these surgeries. What may happen? We've heard about so many people that have died from these surgeries. Because once you get started, it's hard to stop that. You might as well think of it like a drug. You got all these celebrities, like these botched celebrities like Michael Jackson and Lil' Kim and all these other people, that they don't even look the same. We wouldn't even know who you were if you didn't tell us, you know? And then it's like you get it, and you can't stop. You can't stop. So you gotta kind of have to make a decision. You know, I'm still debating on if I want lip filler or not, because I'm like, I have to believe that it's just for me, and I can't really say that. Once I get this, am I gonna be happy with it, or am I gonna feel like, oh, I gotta keep getting it. I gotta keep getting it. And next thing you know, oh, well, I got a little lip filler, maybe a little Botox. I got a little Botox, you know, maybe I get a little tuck here, tuck there. When is it gonna end? There's so many little minor things like makeup, get your eyebrows done, you know, even microblading, or if you just got like a simple wax. No, you know, it's so much that can be done without it being so permanent or so costly like a BBL. Some things just aren't worth the risk. Some things aren't worth the risk. So I'm put my lippy on, take my head wrap off. I'm almost done with my makeup look, and I'll be back with the final look and my final thought. Thank you guys. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I have like something in front of me where all my makeup and stuff is sitting, so I can't get too close, but I hope you all like the look. And yeah, so this is the final look, and let's go ahead and get into the final thought. So as far as plastic surgery gone wrong, and you know, should I take this risk? Should I, you know, do this, if I'm just doing it just for me, you know, I just want to feel better about my body and blah, 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 blah. I feel like at the end of the day, you need to know that you're beautiful just the way you are, just the way God made you. And if one day you can see that and understand that, then you find that you don't really need all these other extra things. Whoever your destined to be husband is, or whoever is around you, they're going to accept you for who you are if they're supposed to be in your life. It's not all about looks. These trends, these BBLs, these type of body types in general, what people deem as beautiful, goes in and out. It's a trend. It's a trend. Because when I was younger, it was model type. You know, real slim. That's what I strive to be like. Which is why, look, a BBL is not gonna fix how I feel. I want to be slim and trim. But when I was younger, I'm saying it like I'm older, but you know what I mean. I've talked like this all the time. But when I was like in my teenage years, and what people think of as big boobs, big butt, that wasn't cute. You wanted to be slim. You wanted to be slim and trim. You know, and to achieve that, you just had to change your diet. That's why anorexia was so huge then, and all that type of stuff. You had to change your diet. You had to get in the gym. And some people just decide not to eat. You know, and now all of a sudden it's, you know, oh, I want to be all this voluptuous and stuff like that. It's a trend. So it's what tabloids are pushing, what celebrities push, and all that type of stuff. And you got to realize that you're beautiful. And what Cardi B or Nicki Minaj and what all these people look like is not what you're supposed to look like. You're supposed to look like how God made you. Now, if you're overindulging or you're eating poorly and stuff like that, that's on you. You got to work on you. But at the end of the day, you just got to work on yourself. Insecurities will cause you to want to get these surgeries and then mess around. I'm not speaking this on anyone, but mess around and wind up hurt or disproportional, you know, or just not feeling up to par ever. Like I said, it's like an addiction. You're going to continue to want until you're botched and you're on their show. Love that show, by the way. But yeah, so I just want any young lady or any male that's watching this video to know that you're beautiful just the way God made you. And once we figure out that, the rest will come. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, because it's free. Notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned. See you all for the next video. Bye.